This is the first short-scale bass that I actually own, after years of curiosity. I'd played a few in my videos or music stores and was always intrigued to own one. My choice ultimately came down to the Gibson SG, or Fender Mustang JMJ Signature. The cool factor, made in USA pedigree and Gibson logo, edged out the Mexico-made Fender JMJ Mustang by a split hair. What should I say? I'm Generation X, and these things matter to me. In the end, it can't be that bad. It's just one more Gibson in the house. Well, after a few days of hating each other. This wasn't the only thing that influenced my choice. The fact that the Fender Mustang's tone resembles a P-bass sound I already own, and the Gibson SG has a unique, characteristic voice also weighed in favor of the SG. Plus, many bands and bassists I admire use the SG. I bought it secondhand from Italy, and the first thing that floored me was that beautiful, luxurious hard case. Its appearance, quality, and feel inside and out are truly premium. The second impression when I touched the unplugged bass was a loud metallic buzz sound coming from the neck pickup. 2 minutes of Googling revealed a common manufacturing defect. The metal cover buzzes due to insufficient backing rubber or springs under the pickup. I fixed it in 5 minutes by adding soft padding and pushing the pickup up to avoid contact with the metal cover. I heard earlier that many are not satisfied and often change the original stock 3-point bridge with suitable replacements, where they can adjust the height of each string independently. Being a purist, for now I don't want to touch anything Gibson put in at the factory. Gibson is one of the few brands for me, not only in the music world, that I trust the most. So, first impression. What should I do with this? How do I play it, or even hold it? The bass has neck dive in both sitting and standing positions, but it doesn't bother me, yet. After switching to my preferred 45 to 100 gauge strings, a setup was necessary. Despite my experience with bass setups, this was challenging. Aligning the 3-point bridge and adjusting the truss rod to eliminate buzzing, keeping a low action, took 2 days of tweaking. Now it's finally set up exactly the way I like it. And then we come to the sound. It is very important to know that modern SG standard basses don't share the electronics or pickups of vintage Gibson EB basses, despite visual similarities. The new SG basses have the same electronics and pickups configuration as Fender Jazz basses. 2 pickups, neck and bridge, each with volume control plus 1 tone knob for both pickups. I'm still experimenting with different strings, which I believe will significantly impact the sound. Using an old set of Elixir 4500, here are my impressions. Right from the start, I really liked the sound of the bridge pickup. Sharp with the tone pot open and soft and warm when closed, reminiscent of a classic 1970s jazz bass. On the other hand, the sound of the neck pickup wasn't what I expected. I anticipated a muddy mudbucker sound similar to a Fender 70s telebasses with one humbucker resting on the neck. That wasn't the case. Instead, the sound of this pickup, which Gibson calls the Rhythm SG bass pickup, is quite different and delivers strong mids, giving this bass its unique character. Initially, I didn't like this and was looking for a sound closer to my expectations. After realizing that wasn't possible, I accepted its distinctiveness. At this point, I have no desire to swap it for another manufacturer's pickup, which is also a common decision of many modern SG owners. Now I appreciate it for being unlike my other basses or typical bass sounds heard on the radio, internet, or wherever the people listen to music these days. It is also important to say that the volume controls behave quite specifically. My impression is that from 0 to 9, there's no noticeable effect. Between 9 to 9.5, a slight volume increase is perceptible. And from 9.5 to 10, you get the pickup's full power. That's why it is desirable to play within the 9 to 10 in order to get any alternative to a fully turned on or fully turned off pickups. In conclusion, this small bass isn't for everyone and especially not versatile for all genres of music. Its sound is highly specific. If you're seeking that sound, no other bass will do the job. This uniqueness, paired with its ultra-cool factor, is its greatest strength. For now, it's staying with me. We'll see what tomorrow brings.